Toyota is one of the biggest auto manufacturers in the world. They make some amazing vehicles of outstanding reliability, excellent resale values, high demand. The one thing we can accuse Toyota of is probably being a little bit boring, a little bit vanilla as far as performance cars goes. But Toyota is trying to rectify that. I started my automotive career at Toyota in the 90s, and they had the MR2, a cool little mid-engine sports car. Of course, the legendary Supra. They had the Celica, but in 2025, the Celica is gone. The MR2 is gone. They have the Supra, but it's not really a Supra, it's a BMW in Toyota clothing. You could say they have the Toyota 86, but that's really a Subaru BRZ, to be honest. But Toyota has surprised us with the GR Corolla. Hi, this is Joe from Way Scarff Ford. Today we're going to talk about this 2023 GR Corolla Core. Let's dive in. The Corolla GR is very much loved by the automotive press, one of my favorite automotive publications, Car and Driver magazine. They have a CD rating, 10 out of 10 being a best. They give it a 10 out of 10. It won the annual top 10 best list, Editor's Choice Award. The Corolla Core is a hut hatchback based off their Corolla platform, which isn't really a performance vehicle at all, but this thing is a completely different story. Where the regular Corolla, not the Corolla Cross, is front-wheel drive, this employs all-wheel drive. And where the Corolla has a little efficient four-cylinder engine, this actually has a turbocharged three-cylinder engine making 300 horsepower. It's 1.6 liters, so it actually makes 186 horsepower per liter. 0 to 60 right around 5 seconds. Hey, look at, you have an exhaust pipe for each cylinder. With its wide track, all-wheel drive system, sport-tuned suspension, this thing is like an oversized go-kart. This thing is an absolute hoot to drive. You get on a curvy road, you're rewarded by amazing acceleration and nimble handling. You can just throw this thing in the corners. It'll put a smile ear to ear, yet it's still a very practical everyday vehicle. It's fuel efficient. It has a relatively good amount of space for such a small vehicle. Being a hatchback, you have usable cargo space. A little bit extra storage under here as well. Some storage on the side, and of course you can fold down that rear seat for more storage. And even though it's a little subcompact, I'm 6'2". I'm actually pretty comfortable for how small this vehicle is. I'm actually surprised how much space I have back here. I mean, I had this front seat adjusted for my height, so my knees are barely kind of sometimes grazing the back of this front seat. I have a good amount of headroom. I have puffy hair, so my hair is kind of just grazing the roof, but for such a small car, you know, 4 adults can actually sit pretty comfortably in this thing. Obviously no problem for kids. Adding to the practicality, this can check off a lot of boxes. It's a high performance vehicle that can keep up with some serious high performance cars, yet it's a practical, fuel efficient everyday driver with cargo space and passenger space. And of course, I'm super comfortable in these front seats. We have nice, comfortable, supportive seats with extra bolstering to hold you in place in performance driving situations, going around those corners. We got the GR insignia embroidered in the headrests. Only way to get the GR Corolla is with a 6-speed manual transmission, which is the only way you should be able to get it. This is such a wonderful little gearbox. It has a lovely feel to it. There's nothing like that mechanical connection you have with a vehicle with a manual transmission. And it's not that hard to learn, so if you're kind of intimidated, you can learn to drive a manual, and you'll have a lot of fun. And you can even consider this like a millennial theft deterrence device. You could leave this car running in a bad neighborhood, and maybe a lot of younger kids wouldn't even be able to drive it because they don't even know how to drive manual. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Heated seats, you can push it down for track mode, which will probably shut off like the traction stability control system. So don't do that on the road. And you can also use this dial to set the all-wheel drive bias. It's almost kind of like an STI WRX. You can have it 60-40 front and rear power distribution, or 30-70 for a little bit of tail-out action. This one only has 5,420 miles. You have this nice leather-wrapped steering wheel that feels nice in your hands. Contrast stitching. We have adaptive cruise control, steering assist. Down to business interior, which I like for a vehicle like this. It doesn't feel cheap. You don't have hard plastics, nice soft touch plastics. I was actually just in a 2025 Toyota 4Runner, which is a pretty premium vehicle for Toyota, and I was surprised about how much hard plastics they had on that one. This interior actually, in some ways, feels nicer than that 4Runner, which is like a $60,000 vehicle. You have a rear parking camera. You have your drive mode selector right here. So you have custom, sport, normal, and eco. Well, there you go. If you're looking for a unique vehicle, a hut hatchback, all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox, fuel efficient, cargo space, passenger space. The GR Corolla is almost like in a class of its own. I don't know if there's too many other vehicles like this that you can buy in North America. Maybe like a Volkswagen GTI R, or a Volkswagen GTI R or something like that. But that's pretty much about it. And with Toyota build quality and reliability, this is something that you know will last a very long time. We are Way Scarff Ford Isuzu. We've been in business 103 years. We sell new Isuzus, new Fords, and a very wide variety of premium vehicles you can see, and we like fun cars like this. I don't know if this one's gonna be available when you're watching this video, but I will leave a link in the description for our current Toyota inventory, and you can check to see if this one's available, or we might have something else cool when you're watching this. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.